There was an article in the Wall Street Journal that broke yesterday. Hillary Clinton is likely going to run in 2020. Now, I say likely because, I don't know, I still don't think it's 100%, tell you the truth. But the article is a longtime Hillary Clinton aide who says, no, she is running in 2020. Now, the reason why I say likely and not for sure is it was in the opinion section. So you see when you read the article, it says opinion on top, and then right underneath, Hillary Clinton will run in 2020. And so again, instead of thinking now that, oh, it's very unlikely that she'll run, now I'm thinking it is likely that she'll run. And I think this time, if she does run, she's going to get her ass handed to her. She's not going to get through the primary. And it's going to be an embarrassing defeat, I think. That's what I think is going to happen. Because what you normally see in situations like this after somebody wins in the general election for president is their approval rating will be low, but then when they go away for a while, their approval rating comes back up. That didn't happen with Hillary. Her approval rating is in the 30s. And so Donald Trump, who's president, he's been fucking up the country for over a year now, his approval rating is above Hillary's. I mean, that's unheard of. Now, there are many reasons that go into why that's the case, but I mean, a lot of it is Hillary has refused to go away. She was in the woods for like 2.5 months, but then she reappears, and what she doing? Like, she was doing a speaking tour with Bill Clinton, where they're getting paid, bitch. Like, they're out there getting, she's already got a zillion, quadrillion, septillion, jillion dollars, and she's out there with Bill getting paid, while you see Bernie Sanders going around the country protesting with union workers, while Bernie Sanders and Ro Khanna are fighting to get, a $15 minimum wage, and they actually succeeded in getting a raise for 350,000 Amazon workers. You got Hillary Clinton running around, yes, self-aggrandizement, personal gain. It's a fair point to say, hey, she's not a politician now, so what do you want her to do? But my point is, usually people, when they lose the presidential race, especially if it's against a clown, like in this case, Donald Trump, you go away. She didn't go away. She was away for a very tiny amount of time, and then she's right back. She's right in everybody's face again, and it comes across as, oh, you don't really care about these issues deeply, whereas there are other people who are running around. I mean, look at all the work Nina Turner is doing, for example, to really try to help working people. What she's doing with Our Revolution. I mean, what you see is that there are people who are genuinely focused on helping people, and then there are others who, like, she feels entitled to the support. So here's the other interesting part of the story. In the article, they say, oh, like, Hillary gets it now, and so she's going to run again, and you know what she's going to do? She's going to rebrand herself as, like, the liberal firebrand that she always was. All right, she wasn't a liberal firebrand. And by the way, when they say liberal firebrand, what they mean is, oh, she was leftist. That's what they're trying to say. But she wasn't. That's the thing. She was not. So when you look at her voting record, and that's, my reason for screaming from the top of my lungs, oh my God, if she gets the nomination, Trump is likely to win. Her voting record is horrendous. I mean, listen, I'm so Hillary'd out. I don't want to talk about her anymore, but I'm forced to talk about her, and I don't want to. I want to stop fucking talking about her. But the fact of the matter is, what am I supposed to do? The article's out there. It says she's going to run again, so I have to talk about it, cover news and politics. But listen, man, she supported the Iraq War. That used to be a disqualifying thing if you wanted to run as a Democrat. Okay, so she supported the Iraq War. She supported the Patriot Act. She was for and orchestrated the intervention in Libya. Super hawkish on Iran. When it came to NAFTA, her husband signed it. She supported his actions on NAFTA. She supports a lot of these outsourcing deals. Now she's doing a tap dance where she pretends like she's against them when her record is the polar opposite. I mean, she was against flag burning. Why? Because there was a time when it was politically convenient to say, oh yes, the Republicans are right. I'm against flag burning. And so every time she was faced with a major issue of like, okay, here's the test of your character. What side are you going to be on? She did the politically convenient thing, and she agreed with the Republicans. And that's why people like me are so hard on her. And also, not to mention that she's swimming in corporate cash. So she's going to for her to rebrand as some sort of leftist what she's going to have to do is tap into the Hillary Clinton that existed in 1994. To be fair to Hillary Clinton, in 1994, she supported a single-payer healthcare system. And when she was first lady, yes, she was further to the left. But as time had gone by, she drifted further and further right. She got more and more power. She became more and more moderate. Remember, even on the deregulation of Wall Street, I'll tell you what my record shows. I went down there and wagged my finger at them and told them, you better cut it out. She literally said that in the debate, cut it out. But what about the fucking policies? What about the policies? It was Bill Clinton that repealed Glass-Steagall. He never spoke up in favor of strictly regulating Wall Street and bringing back Glass. What a joke. She wasn't even for bringing back Glass-Steagall in 2016 with Bernie. Are you fucking kidding me? Trump put that back in the GOP platform. It's unbelievable. So now she's going to tap into the 1994 Hillary and run as some sort of leftist. We all know that's not true. So here's the point, guys. Who the hell is going to vote for her, given the fact that now you have options, even if your variety of Democrat that you prefer is a moderate type Democrat, like the actual Hillary Clinton is, like a very right-wingish Democrat, corporatist Democrat, you're going to have those options on stage, and they're going to be younger and more dynamic and more interesting than Hillary, and they will not have already lost 2 times. I mean, come on, man. Come on. You have Kirsten Gillibrand might run, for example. She's actually positioned herself further to the left than what she really is. Like, she is kind of an establishment Democrat, but she's like in the lead up because I think she wants to run. She's been very cautious. Like, for example, she's one of the few people who voted against like all of Donald Trump's picks. So that's something that she's going to hold up as like, I didn't vote for any of them. Hey, even Bernie voted for like 2 or 3 of them. So I'm to the left of him. So point is, there are other options. Even if you're mired in identity politics and you're like, I want the first female president and that's all I care about. Okay, well, Elizabeth Warren's probably running. Kamala Harris is probably running. Again, I don't support Kamala Harris and I don't support Kirsten Gillibrand, but Elizabeth Warren is a zillion times better than Hillary and she's probably going to run. So she doesn't understand, man. Her time has passed. And again, I want to be clear about it. It's because that philosophy that she represents, the triangulation Democrats, the new Democrats, that it's dead and gone. That philosophy is dead and gone. And it ain't never coming back. It's not 1992 anymore. And the thing is, even with her recognizing that now and saying, oh, if I run, I'm going to run to the left. Well, we know it's disingenuous. That's the thing. Like, why would somebody pick you to represent what's supposed to be a left ideology when there are people who actually represent it and their voting record reflects it on stage? So, oh boy, I'm so Hillary'd out. I don't want to talk about her anymore. I mean, if she does run, the only good news that there is that's coming out of this is she ain't going to win. She's not going to get through the primary. Not even close. Bernie Sanders has now raised his profile massively, and he's still the most liked politician in America, and he's been going around the country actually helping people. If Bernie runs, and I think it's likely that Bernie runs, he's the favorite. I think he's the favorite. And then you have so many other great candidates, and many unknown candidates too, that might hop in there and might actually get some traction because they're really interesting and good candidates. I mean, now there's chatter of Beto O'Rourke running. I mean, if Beto O'Rourke runs, I guarantee you he gets a larger... If Beto and Hillary run, I guarantee you Beto gets way more votes than Hillary. See, again, I'm willing to make all these predictions because in the case of Hillary, the polls show it overwhelmingly, and she's like, honestly, uniquely bad in terms of her favorability not bouncing back after it tanked. And she lost to Donald Trump, who's just a clown of a person. What a joke. Reality show host, loser, and you lost to him? So it's... She's likely to run. That's what the Wall Street Journal says. That's what a longtime aide to Hillary says. It strikes me as just selfish. Because when you look at somebody like Bernie, yes, he ran and lost in 2016 even with the DNC fuckery and all that stuff. But everybody knows that, if he runs again, it's because he really feels like he has to implement this vision for the future of America because it's so important in order to save working class Americans and prevent fucking catastrophic climate change disaster. Like, he actually really cares about fixing shit. Whereas with Hillary, it's like, she wants the title. She wants to run because she wants the title. She wants to be the first female president. That's what she wants to do. So, and I think she also totally misreads the current political climate in America. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she runs. She brings up Russia a lot and acts like I would have won if not for Russia. That's going to come across as sour grapes to people. They're going to be like, okay, but we actually care about the issues. That's why even the Democrats running in the midterms, they dropped the whole Russia shit. I don't know if you realize that. They were planning on running on it. They floated a bunch of articles in mainstream media talking about how they're going to run on it, and then they didn't run on it. Why didn't they run on it? Because they were smart enough to realize, oh shit, the polls show people don't give a fuck. They want to talk about actual issues. Hillary's not connected to the people. She's not connected to the polling data. So I think it would just be an epic disaster if she ran again. But that's what the news says.